We are blessed today to have Max Igan with us a week after his birthday. Believe it or not, he was set upon at a Freedom Summit conference at Byron Bay. He was set upon at a place called Burleigh Heads in Queensland on the Gold Coast. Somebody attacked him, somebody bashed him from behind, crept up and attacked him, and then kicked him in the ribs a few times and left him with some cracked ribs, telling him that this is a warning. Here is a quick word from Max Igan about what happened when he was beaten up. So, can you tell us, Mr. Max, how are you feeling today, about a week after the incident? How are you feeling? Are you hurting at all?
Oh, fuck yeah, man. A couple of cracked ribs. What do you think?
Can you go through in detail what exactly happened prior to the attack? Because all we've got to go on is what has been posted on the Crow House, on your own website. Just a small article, and that's all that anybody's got to go on. Can you tell us a bit more?
Well, that's all that is available. That's all I put out there. I've got people here, and I'm a bit fucked up on codeine at the moment. Yeah, it just kind of came out of the blue, you know. But the talk was... there was someone from the Israeli lobby there at the Freedom Summits.
Oh.
Someone actually flew from Israel. Get that, flew from Israel. A woman flew from Israel to be at the Freedom Summits because she heard there was going to be something, you know, there was possibility of there being anti-Semitism there. So she was basically just there to hassle me and to hassle Ken. But Ken hasn't made it into the country yet. They're fucking around with his visa, so... They wouldn't let him in for the conference.
Yeah. Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, so she heckled me all through my talk. And,
would there be a video of that somewhere?
Yeah, there'd be a video coming out of it. And, she didn't listen to any of the other speakers for the day. First speaker, and she heckled, as soon as I mentioned Israel and 9/11, she stood up and started heckling. And I basically just spoke over until she ran out of breath, you know.
Was there no security there asking her to leave?
Well, people were just sort of watching with interest, you know. And then after I finished speaking, she went and set up in the hallway on the way to the food hall. And she had like 3 mobile phones going. And she was handing out pro-Israeli flyers to everybody who would take them. She didn't listen to any of the other speakers for the rest of the day. And then the next day she showed up, and they wouldn't let her in the next day. She didn't pay to get in anyway. She just pretended like she was supposed to be there and kind of waltzed in, you know. Pretended she knew people, went up and gave one of the people who were running the place a big hug and rah, you know. And, yeah, you know. And then the next day she showed up and... they wouldn't let her in, so her anger levels went through the roof. And at the end of the day, I got followed from the venue. I'm assuming I got followed from the venue to the restaurant. And I got bashed when I left the restaurant.
So you were set upon by one guy?
I think it was one guy, yeah, but he came from behind. You know, bashed me in the back of the head. And... couple of whacks to the back of the head. I went down, a few boots around the ribs. And then he left. It was over in seconds, you know. It was over really quickly.
Do you think maybe if your buddy Ken O'Keefe had been with you, things had been different? Maybe he would have knocked the guy's block off?
Oh, yeah, I mean, if Ken had been there, it probably wouldn't have happened. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, it just came really quickly out of the blue. You know, I just had dinner. So, you know, I wasn't in any position to sort of make any comeback. It was over really quickly. Quite a big guy. Mm-hmm. You know, easy 2 or 3 me, you know. Like big solid guy. I'm only pretty skinny, you know.
So how can you be sure that this was an actual attack from the pro-Israeli lobby against you personally?
Well, the guy, he said to me as he was kicking me, he said, you need to know when to shut the fuck up. And when he was walking away, he said, "This is a." He said something like, "This is a warning, or consider this a warning. Next time I won't be so kind," you know.
Oh my God! So that was basically an international hate crime on Australian soil.
Oh, for sure, absolutely.
So is this incident being investigated by the state security police as a hate crime at all?
Well, I didn't report it. What am I going to report? You know, I saw some guy attack me. I can't tell you what he looked like or where he came from. He just came out of the blue, attacked me. It was over in seconds. And all it'll do is give them another statistic to put freaking surveillance cameras in Burley, you know. I mean, if I thought anything had come of it, then I'd report it. But I can't see how anything could possibly come of reporting it. So what's the point of reporting it? You know, I can't prove it had anything to do with the conference. I mean, it was in Burley where it happened. I can just say, you know, bashing on the Gold Coast, shit like this happens, you know. I'm the only one who heard him say what he said. I mean, so, you know, who's going to, you know, what's the point?
How about CCTV in that local area on that night? Do you think there'd be anything on that?
I don't think there would have been any there. It's in the bushes of Burley, on the way to Burley Point. There's no surveillance cameras there.
Okay, Max. Well, you go and rest up now. Thanks very much for your time. I'll let you get going. Thank you for sharing the horrible details of what happened to you with the audience here today. I'm sure you still must be hurting.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, I'm on Panadine and shit. I mean, cracked ribs would take 6 weeks. So.
Well, Mr. Max, you go and rest up. You rejuvenate yourself and get yourself fighting fit once again. It's always good to have you as a soldier on the front line in this battle of information. God bless you, sir.
Yeah, it's all good. But that's what's going on. Yeah, I mean, I just posted that a little bit up there, and I posted on Facebook to say, hey, you probably heard I got attacked. You know, just let you know I'm all right. I actually went back to the Freedom Summits the next day and got up on stage and said a few words that they're going to put on the video as well. They basically said, look, you know, it's just the best you got. I mean, really, is that what it's come to? You're going to attack an old man in the dark from behind? You know? I mean, seriously. You know, all you've done is... Now I've got a tiny taste of what it feels like to be a Palestinian. Mm-hmm. And all you've done is strengthen my resolve. And from now on, my message is going to be louder and more direct. You know, so, yeah.
Well, you look after yourself, bud.
I will, brother. But okay. I'm good. I mean, it's a lot of pain. You know, it's fucked.
Obviously.
I feel like shit, but
sure.
You know, I'll come good.
Okay, thanks very much, Max.
All right, brother.
Take
Talk
care.
Soon.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Anybody who would like to send a message to Max Igan can either send a comment via the comment section below, or you can check out his webpage and send him a comment through his contact page. Alternatively, you can tune into his YouTube channel, The Crow House, right here on YouTube. Australian citizens now being attacked for their political views down under by Israeli operatives. This is what it's gotten to in 2015. This is how powerless the police are to stop international crime. It's happening now. Take care, God bless, and don't forget, stop funding Israel.